Hey you guys, welcome to day 28 here on 7 Days to Die. So it should be an interesting day and definitely an interesting night. So this morning of day 28, I already had a feral zombie attack in which he gave me this blue 44 Magnum cylinder. I had a cop and two of the witches attack. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem if this continues. So we're gonna have to make. I've made some scrap. Let's see. I've used up all. Okay, so I just finally finished up all of my iron. I still got stone and clay in here. Not that big of a deal. Cleared everything out, but this and this. But that bedroll isn't being used anymore. So here's my house. I decided to wrap the bottom with steel. I don't know why. I just decided to. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay in some of these guys. And we're going to make some bullets. And prepare for what I think is going to be something pretty bad. I'll show you guys what I did through the night. No, again, nothing down here. I scrapped a bunch of stuff down there to get some more scrap. So nothing. This is just like a basement. And then this, could be, you do whatever you want down here. But right now, I'm just focusing on the fact that I built on top of this bunker. So first level, I moved my first aid stuff over. So there's my first aid. I've got my bed here. Here's my supply to make, right now, just to make bullets. And then here's what I have left. I don't quite have enough for an AK yet. Don't quite have enough for the SMG. I got my pistol, hunting rifle, the rocket launcher, and then obviously I got my other weapons. What we need is we're going to make buckshot. Might as well just get the exact amounts. 30, 30. Take bullet tips. So I got 90. I think I'll make more 44 Magnum rounds, I think. Let's take this like this. I don't know if I'm going to need that. I might as well do this in here, though. Got 100 more of these guys. So there's 140. Alright, so we need to make 60 44 Magnum rounds, right? And then shotgun. Shotgun shells, we'll make all 30 of those. And that leaves me with... I can make some bullet tips in here. Bullet tip. I've got 315 lead. So 97, we can make about 30 bullet tips. So I'm cooking down, I'm filling these up with iron and clay. I got iron, clay, and lead in here. There's 30 more of those. So while we have this, we might as well make some 7.62 rounds. All right, good. Now we can put our gunpowder away and these away. That should be good. Nice. Getting prepped. So I was thinking about putting the bed here. I mean, I could have put all of this stuff up on this level, but right here. But this is pretty cool the way it's laid out. I got my kitchen here, here and here. What would have been cool is if I would have used this here, but... And then I've got in here, this is where, this stuff goes. Okay. And then there's my regular supplies, like wood and all that junk. Obviously, food storage. See if I'm hungry. I am a little hungry. Gotta eat. A man has got to eat, people. Give me a sandwich. Okay. It's getting hot because I'm standing next to those furnaces. I've obviously got this stuff. Alright, we're good here. Alright, so 122! 94 and then 120. I would have liked some more. You know what? I would like about maybe 30 more. I don't know what's going to happen, through the night. So I get 30 more of those. I need 30 of those. Give me 22. Did you see that? 30 of that. Perfect. We'll make more 44 mag rounds. All right, 4 to 4. 10. Oh, it takes double gunpowder. Derp. Didn't need to count that out, whatever. Should have just did this in the first place. 20. There we go. Makes it easier. Okay. I think to upgrade those things, I just need scrap. Because I'm gonna try and do just these things instead of doing it the way I did before, where it was wood and all that stuff. So, alright, we're pretty good on ammo. Probably should, on the way out, do some repairos so we're good to go. Alright, let's repair this. Repair this. Why not repair the shotgun? Might as well. That. We're good. Got the claw hammer. 181 on the pistol. Let's see. Purple. I don't think that's gonna be useful. I don't think that's gonna be useful. Let me make sure that these are all loaded. Loaded, and loaded. Alright, good. Let me grab a couple of these guys. Do that. Now, let's go do a little bit of building. So what I'm thinking here is... problem is, when I do this, when I add this level, the problem is going to be that I'm not going to be able to see them as easy. I'm going to have to go on the outside, which, well, might not be that bad. I don't know. This is more for aesthetics. Aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? The look of it, right? It's going to look good. So, yeah, those... I was a little bit nervous because... Watch, I'll show you. Right over here. So that was a screamer, and while I was searching their inventory, this little thing blew up, right? And then that blew up right there. So it was a cop. A cop was right here barfing on me. That means probably going to be in for it, you know what I mean? Probably going to be in for something. Day 28 is, obviously, I was told there would be no math, but it is a multipule of 7. Right? You're like, no, Meaty, it's not. Who likes math? Like, you know, in school, when I was in school, I didn't really like math. Not that I hated it. It didn't appeal to me, right? I liked, I don't even really know what I liked. English was okay. It wasn't just like English. Obviously, I speak English as my first language, as my only language. I listen fluently in multiple languages. But the point is that it was like English, like literature, kind of. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like English. Like, I wasn't being taught English. It was like English literature and, you know, stuff like that. So that interested me. Obviously, I always did okay in English, even though I honestly wasn't a good speller. You want to know why I wasn't a good speller? And I'm still to this day not a... You know what makes you a good speller? Someone who reads a lot. Someone who reads a lot. I was never a big reader. Like, I can't tell you, other than maybe some assigned books in school, that I have ever sat down, like, oh, sit down with a good book. You know what I mean? I've never done that. It's not for me. It's not for everyone. For some people, like, they'll just read book after book after book, right? All right, that looks actually pretty good. All right, this here, let me get rid of this guy. I don't know why this is here. But, it's just never been me, right? The whole, all right, let's see, how much does this take? 8. Do I hit it again and make it the darker one? 8 and 8. So 16 and make it double dark. Let's do that. Let's make them double dark. Why not? am I gonna have enough? Hope I have enough. Anyway, so like I was saying, I never did that. Like I see people doing that, and I'm in a way I'm a bit envious. I'm envious in the fact that they can, you know, like for example, and which is it's a little bit more rare these days. I was gonna bring up the example of like being at the airport waiting to catch a flight to go somewhere, and like, you know, everyone's at the gate kind of looking around. You're looking around, and you know, back not too long ago, people would be sitting around reading you know, like a paperback book or you know, some kind of book, and then on the plane they would read a book. Nowadays, everybody's staring at their stupid phones, man. I you know, as much as I love technology, I hate the fact that human beings, like all of us, I'm including all of us in this, are like sheep. We're like sheep to technology. Like, you ever look at a restaurant and see like a family or people... I really ran out. I really ran out of 700 of those. Alright, I knew I was getting myself into some trouble. I have some cooking in this one. 505. Jeez, dude. That's not good. Alright, maybe we'll go around and do singles right now. So... it's like it makes me mad, you know, not like, oh, I'm infuriated. It just makes me mad, like why are we this? Why are we sheep to technology? Like, why do we have to stare at that stupid phone 24/7, right? We all do it. I do it. Like, I'm sitting, example again, at the airport, bored, waiting to catch my flight. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna read a book because I'm not a reader. Am I light on? Oh, that's the light up there. So, you know, you know, I use my phone primarily, obviously, besides work and you know, are you kidding? I had one more to go. Oh my gosh. So beside work, you know, I'll have to go on another run of scrap at some point. I don't think I have any more scrap. I've got so many of these. I could just scrap those. Why not? Scrap them. Who cares? I got a lots. Me got lots. I used a lot of my stuff up is the thing. So what I, you know, besides using it for work and you know, the need for that, obviously sending, receiving calls, texts, that stuff. The fact that, you know, I check Twitter. But I'm not, and it might be because I have an old phone. You know, my phone's 4 years old, and the reason why it's 4 years old is just because I use it it's my work phone. My regular phone I don't even use. I just have it, and it's like a I don't think it's an S4. It might be an S3. Maybe it's an S4. I don't even know if there was such a thing as an S3. Anyway, it's old too. So, this is ugly. Why are you here? What? Why are you here? Get out of this corner. Okay. Got to clean this place up a little bit, man. So I don't watch, like, when I want to watch, like, YouTube videos, when I want to watch, you know, a movie, any of that stuff, I do it on my computer. I do it on my PC. Now, I know not everybody has a PC. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to call anyone out here. I'm just saying I enjoy having the large, you know, monitor. When I say large monitor, I mean, you know, like I have a 24-inch monitor, and I enjoy the speed of my internet. I mean, when I'm at home, the Wi-Fi is super fast too. I can actually play like my PS4 easily on my Wi-Fi. Not saying that. I'm just saying it just makes things easier. I can multitask at the same time. There's a lot of things I can do, and I want to be able, like, if I'm watching you know what? We do. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. I want to be able to enjoy the videos, like, to their fullest if I'm watching, like, you know, YouTube or something like that, or a movie, and that's why I want to watch it on my PC. I don't want to have to worry about it being just on the little phone. But so I'm not going to use it on, well, get these corners first. This will be pretty cool. They'll look the very... Oh. I didn't do it on these corners here for some reason. Alright. Rightio. What do I have left? I can afford to do those front three now. Whoop. Perfect. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah. That looks good. That looks good. That corner is cool. That corner's cool. Alright, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good as it comes to that. Now I could do, I could do the whole spike thing and all that, but man, I've spent like hours and hours and hours on these spike things, and just doesn't work out for me. Let's see. Maybe we should do... I'm gonna do like some of these things so I can jump up on here from the backside really easily. As much as I've been trying to protect this thing, go ahead and break it. Oh, hello. Where? There you are. Drop it right on me, dude. Right there. Right there would be perfect. Right there? Oh, he dropped it back there. Derp. Meow. Alright, good. Let's get this stuff. There's gotta be something I can do here. Gosh. I mean, if you look at it, there's nothing I can do. I tried to put in the dirt. What was... Somebody's hitting something. Hello? Don't you be calling your friends in? There's the bee. They're starting. Come on, fix that door. Okay. I hear him. I hear him coming in. I should upgrade this door or not. I don't think so. He said, I've got this place set up basically for them to, if they do breach, if they breach the exterior, this building should hold. Wow, it's so bright in here. Oh, I had my light on. Derpity derp. All right, let's put this away, this away. Let's put the wood away. We're gonna put this and this in here. Get my first aid kit out. Keep my gas in case I do go to the auger. Let's see, 504, 530. What is the actual entity damage on this? So 16 entity damage, and this thing is 23. This has a bleeding out effect and blunt trauma effect. This has none of that stuff. But this thing, I mean, the claw hammer works pretty good. It's fun to use. You know, it's pretty fun to use. Oh, you know what? This level here was for, well, I could have put stuff on here, but... Like, where's that? There it is. Man, I almost need like something I can jump down. So that's another one of those... She's trying to call in her buddies. Little buddies. You will not be calling in any enemies. Nope, she just did. Where'd your face go? Oh, you're gonna survive a 44 Magnum, huh? Let's see how it is. The departed woman with her sandwich. Whoa. I can't get out. See, they're smart. They have something in the game that tells them to breach, you know, the door. Not randomly. Like, it's not random that they came right here instead of going to one of those edges, you know what I mean? Anyway, what was I saying about the... Maybe we should try and go get that thing real quick while we're waiting. Alright, we'll go over and get this thing real quick. So, what I was saying... What was my point? What was my point about the Oh! It went from English to spelling to reading to the phones to the PC. Anyway, you know, I think that we're just, wow, it's right there. It's like, why? Why are we? Why are we as humans? Are we sheep to this stuff? You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it's going to get, like, worse? Hey, I actually have an SMG now. I don't think the AK stock was what we needed. I think we needed, was it an AK barrel maybe? I don't remember. But I mean, like, is it going to get worse? Is it going to get better? I know that everyone who's listening has embraced it. I have too. My job, what I do for a living, is technology based, right? It was at the highest level of technology before all this type of technology existed. I make things run with my technology that make things for your technology. Does that make sense? You picking up what I'm putting down here? Like, I ran machines and stuff like that with these programmable systems that would operate a whole assembly of maybe, making something like a computer parts or something like that. We're going to go look at the weapons we got here. All right, so we got that. We needed parts is what we needed. We needed this. Let's see, 270. The barrel's better. Parts I don't have. We can put this on, right? Take this, put this guy on. Complete that. Okay, that's good. That's good. We can scrap this. Let's scrap this barrel too. I thought I scrapped this receiver. Alright, so we've got an SMG, which it's not that good. I mean, that's really low. Scrap that. Now, AK, I have the stock, I have the receiver, I need the barrel. I can't believe it. It seems like I always would find the barrel before I found all this other stuff, but whatever. Whatevers, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So that doesn't really help us. $2.99 though. Woo! Woo, that's good. There's nothing down. What is down in this one? There is, I think there's a pistol grip or something in this one. Short shotgun barrel and a pistol. I don't think that pistol. I think I have a. I just got turned around. The SMG's pretty good because it's like that 10mm actually hits pretty hard. If you don't have to fire it on full auto, 320, 359. No, it's better. Nice. Assemblies. Put that on there. Completo. Again, not that I'm gonna actually use it, but we'll scrap that. Ooh, okay, well, I'll do this. I'll do this. I wouldn't mind maybe this. If they want to get all crazy, maybe we'll go with that too. You know what I'm saying? If you got it, use it. Repair. Okay, we should be good. Alright, we should be good. Let me make sure this is loaded. Okay, don't shoot that inside the house. It's bad for your health. Alright, that's good. Let's put our scrap in here. Now, we like our shotgun. We like our 44 Magnum. We like our sniper rifle. We should have some points to spend. We have 15 points. So, out of curiosity, if we look at... where it is? Okay, so here's the pistol stuff. Alright, outlaw. This should count as... Surprisingly, I'm only at level 9 for the pistols. Even though I use that a lot. Rifles, I'm only at level 4. Okay, so this... If we put one in outlaw, you broke the laws of logic. Your pistol does more damage with every rank. And then we have the same thing with rifles. And then we have a couple of things with shotguns. So we bought one level of boomstick. To get splattergun, you need shotguns level 50, and we're only at 23. But we could invest in this, I guess. We could invest in this. We could grab another level of boomstick, which is do more damage with every rank, and then put the remainder into shotguns. Let's do that. There, that means our shotgun should be better now. Our shotgun should be better. Seemed like that was the most reasonable. You know, what time is it? 15. I would have loved to go and try and find another SMG part over at the town over there. Whoa. Whoa, it's locking on. It's not... Hold on. What was that? Did you hear that noise? Why are they locking on now? No. Why are you doing that? Okay, see, that's what I was doing. It wasn't retreating. That one's... It's weird. That one's working. That one's not working. That one's not working. That one's not working. Groovy. Alright, let's, maybe if we take them off here. 44 Magnum. When I say not working, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's not releasing the ADS. No, broken. Dang it. But this works. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we have 100... Oh, we just shot one of our... We're not at 22 anymore. So we could have made... I just don't think that those wooden spikes, they're just not worth it. They just don't do enough damage. Like, the log spikes. You know, the log spikes are the good ones. These here. Log spike can damage, cripple, even kill enemies, and last longer than spike traps. And they're also upgradable. These you can, like, super metalize them. Is that a word? Is metalize a word? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, 15. Actually, you know what? We have time. We have time. I really want to, Man, you know what? I don't know if... Is it going to be night for this episode or the next episode? I want to do one where I'm the whole night, you know? The whole night. Alright. Maybe we'll go search this town real quick, and maybe we'll have to do night in the next episode. Oh, shoot. That's where the cop exploded. Did I just search this town over here recently? I don't think... I haven't, thoroughly searched any towns lately. Anyway, while we're driving. So, yeah, just out of curiosity, I mean, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down when I talk about the whole technology thing? It's just, like, weird. Like, what are we doing? You know, when I went... Here's what I'm talking about. I mean, and I hope that you guys aren't getting me wrong on this. Like, I love Twitter. I love... You know, I look at Twitter a lot more than anything else, but I like Facebook and Twitter to be... And the only reason I use them is to talk to you guys. Only. I don't talk to my friends on Twitter or Facebook. My friends, I text or call. You know what I'm saying? I don't... When I'm talking about my real life friends that have known me, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you guys aren't my friends. You guys are picking up what I'm putting down, right? What I'm saying is, like, I don't use that stuff like maybe, like, probably how a lot of people do use it. You know what I mean? I don't use it that way. With my friends, I just, you know, and maybe it's because you know, this thing, you know, let's be honest, you know, the YouTube thing is kind of a business in the fact that, oh, wait, mine was purple, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Oh, thank you for playing. Even though I was looking for SMG stuff. Is that your cowboy hat? I said, is that your cowboy? 22 paper in there. That's good luck. That is good luck. All right. I think this is the only... this is the only shotgun messiah in this town, so what I'm getting at, what was I saying? I was saying that I use Twitter. I love Twitter more than anything because it's, like, you know, quick, short, sweet, to the point. Facebook, yes, definitely. Not as much as Twitter, but I do. And I don't use Facebook. I never used Facebook before YouTube. I didn't use it. And it's not like I don't have a lot of friends. Okay, let's be clear here. It's not like, well, Meaty, of course you don't use Facebook. You don't have X amount of people from when you went to college or this, that, or the other thing, because that's how Facebook originally started, was a college thing. No, it's not that, because we would go motorcycle riding at the dunes, and I took people from work, and they're like, oh my gosh, who are all these people? They're like, he's like, do you know all these people? I'm like, yeah, these are all my friends. This is one group of friends that actually does this stuff, which is ride motorcycles and dune buggies. Like, they're like, I don't even know this many people, let alone calling this many people my friends. This was, before. You're talking about 50 people. Because we just had something in common that we all did, right? So we didn't do Facebook. It's like, hey, we would text and call each other. And same thing with Twitter. And I still do that to this day. Like, I don't, Guns and I will tweet, but when we kind of tweet at each other, we're poking fun at each other, and it's more for you guys to see it than us, actually communicating with each other. You know what I'm saying? All right. This guy, Assembly. Oh, this is going to be good. Look at that. Oh, it's so purple. It's so purple. Complete that one. We got a better pistol barrel. That's a blue pistol barrel. Oh, it's still better, though. Still better. Okay, complete that. Scrap that bad boy. This is my shotgun. No. Scrap this. Scrap that. Scrap that. Pistol parts. Those are better, too. I didn't even look at that. Wow. Pistol parts. That was a decent... Oh, it went blue. It went blue. Nice. All right. Well, that's good. That pistol now it's viable, right? It's viable. Okay, here's what we're going to do for the night. We're going to do this. And this. We should repair that, though. Repair. Okay, that's repaired. Everything looks good. We do that because of the ammo, the amount of ammo, right? Make sure that we are all loaded up for bear. Good, 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 good. And, oh, it's when you pull this thing out it makes the noise. Nice. 420. It's 420. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go up here. Wait, did I... I'm sure I closed that door. I don't ever not close the door. It's closed. Closed. Roger, Dodger. I should block this off. Make it like if they come through that front door, make them come through the house. That would be pretty funny. Here, let's go up here. Finish my talk. Anyway, so I'm trying to remember exactly why I brought that up. So, it had to do with the whole phone thing, Twitter, social media, all that stuff. So, like I said, and still to this day, I've got a ton of friends that I communicate with, and it depends. Like, I have a group of friends that like to ride. I have another group of friends that like to go shooting. I have another group of friends that might like to go camping and off-roading. I have a different group of friends that like to do stuff in town, that they're not really the outdoors type. And you just, as you get older, you kind of develop that stuff. I have my core group of friends that I've kept all the way from high school, in grade school, that those are like my, what you'd call your best friends. I have like 5 super duper solid friends like that, and all of them, they're just like me, right? They like a variety of stuff. They're really good, like mechanical abilities. They're, I'm not trying to brag. I'm saying my friends they're smart. They're outgoing. They like to be adventurous. They can fix things themselves, and I think that's where you draw on commonality with your best friends, right? Is that they're completely the opposite of you, or they're a lot like you, and that way you find these common grounds. Because you can find common ground with people that are exact opposite of you. Sometimes the best relationships, I find, are people that are different. They like different things. Because if sometimes when you like the same things or you have the same ideas, that can clash more, Yeah, that's good advice on relationships. I'm talking about, a partner that you would have, a boy, girl, whatever it is. Sometimes opposites attract. You've heard that before, but it's true. And when you're in a relationship, look how where I went from technology to relationships. When you're in a relationship, you got to be able to still do your own thing, and they've got to be able to do their own thing, because if it's always just the two of you, it's not going to work out. You got to still have your personal stuff, your personal space, the personal things that you do. Anyway, good talk, guys. Good talk. I like it. I don't know where I ended on the technology thing. It was more of a question to humanity. Is this going to keep going the way it's going? Answer to that is yes. It's going to keep getting worse and worse. I think, people talk about future and all that stuff. I think those weird futuristic things you hear about, like, we're going to have cell phones implanted in our heads. You never know. Everything, banking, credit cards, everything. Everything is revolving around the mobile phone. The mobile phone, like the phone is it, because everybody does so much stuff on their phone. I've seen people freak out because they can't lose or go anywhere without their phone. I could put my phone down and go adventure for 5 days. I don't need it. I want it. I don't need it. The only reason why I want it is if you're going way out, it's nice to be able to... I came from the time when I went all these places when there wasn't phones. And no, I'm not 60 years old. Come on. It wasn't that long ago that the technology wasn't there for this. That it was like $3,000 to have this phone that weighed 10 pounds that had to be bolted into a car. Pagers were a thing. Pagers. We had pagers that we could text from called Skynet or something. And I thought those were pretty cool because I didn't really like talking to people. I was like, you want to tell me something? I'm talking about work. You want to tell me something? Hey, Chris, you got to go over and do this. Or Chris, so-and-so called. Can you get over there and talk to him? Like, yes. Short, sweet, and to the point. That's the way that I like it. Anyway, guys, I wanted to try and get the night in this one. It's going to be way too long. Let's pick up next episode, Night Mission, Day S28. Should get crazy. See you guys then.